the happiest country in the world. A nation where the per capita national income exceeds $50,000, where corruption is virtually non-existent, whose education system is the envy of the world, and where justice and welfare are at their peak. Finland. But what if I told you that this country was once known as the land of swamps? A swamp where its people were ignorant, rude, unhealthy, and poor, and where even their own language was scorned. How did this swamp transform into a country of white lilies? This is not just a story of economic development. It is the incredible epic of a people rising from their ashes, of a nation lifted to its feet by the faith of a handful of intellectuals. And at the heart of the story is one name, Johan Wilhelm Snelman. Chapter 1. Despair in the Swamp. This was 19th century Finland, a harsh climate, barren lands, epidemics, and poverty. The people were ignorant because education was the privilege of a handful of elites. Society was coarse because manners and civility didn't fill empty stomachs. State institutions were detached from the populace, and the intellectuals, instead of concerning themselves with the people's troubles, thought being an intellectual meant wearing starched collars and a modern hat and playing cards in salons. It was in the face of this dark picture that Snelman and a few of his friends said, "No. The ignorance, rudeness, sickness, and poverty of our people are our shame. We are the ones to blame for this situation." Chapter 2. A historic call to the intellectuals. Snelman started at the very top, with the intellectuals. He addressed them with words that would go down in history. To be an intellectual is not to wear a starched collar or a modern hat. The people do not pay you a salary to play dominoes. Your duty is to activate the minds, wills, and consciences of the people. Teach them how to live better, how to educate their children, how to respect their rights. Be an example to them with your words and your actions. Remember, even the poorest woodcutter is your brother. This was not an accusation, but a call to duty. According to Snelman, intellectuals had to be the brain and conscience of society. Chapter 3. The architects of a nation, teachers and military officers. Snelman's vision touched every profession. To the teachers, he declared, "If you do not love this profession, if you do not have the soul of an educator, please leave. Do not occupy these places that require a vibrant soul and profound knowledge." This call spurred the self-improvement of teachers in Finland. Dozens of ordinary teachers transformed into cultural soldiers, into little Snelmans. If the Finnish education system inspires the world today, its foundation rests on the moral stance established back then. And what about the army? The barracks were places where filth, profanity, and violence were rampant. Snelman told the officers, "The barracks must be a public university." How are you raising these fresh saplings entrusted to you by the motherland? Teach them not only how to fight, but how to live for their country, how to become better human beings. Every soldier returning home from the barracks should shine like a diamond. And so it happened. The Finnish barracks turned into family hearths where soldiers learned language, music, and etiquette. Defending the homeland became synonymous with developing it. Chapter 4. The rope metaphor and the method of change. So, how did this entire revolution come about? Snelman's method was simple yet highly effective. "Do you know how a rope is made from hemp?" he would ask. First, thin fibers come together to make a thread. The threads combine to make a thick cord, and the thick cords join to create ropes strong enough to hold ocean liners. Our work is the same. By bringing together our scattered good intentions, we will weave that strong rope that will enlighten our people. Snelman traveled every inch of the country. He spoke with villagers, workers, and young people. He gave them books and wrote them letters. Like a gardener, he planted a seed of hope in every abandoned village. He constantly added oil to these small lamps he lit so they would shine brighter. Chapter 5. Sports, Intellect, and Family. Even football received its share of Snelman's criticism. He saw young people dedicating all their time to football as a sickness, and in a speech to footballers said, I do not want the Finnish youth to be a people with strong legs but undeveloped brains. Of course, play sports, but let your real competition be in science, art, trade, and justice. Defeat your rivals not only on the field, but also with your brain, your heart, and your will. He approached family and child education with the same sensitivity. He told parents, do not lie to your children. If they see you doing something you called bad, they will lose their respect and trust in you. The first thing that corrupts a child's morals is the inconsistency of their own parents. Conclusion. From swamp to lilies. The seeds planted that day have borne fruit today. Those small lamps lit by Snelman and his friends merged to become a torch that illuminates the entire country. Finland's story teaches us this. A country's greatest natural resource is not its mines or its fertile lands. A country's greatest strength is the character, education, conscience, and culture of cooperation of its people. This transformation did not happen overnight. It was the result of a multi-generational effort carried out with patience, faith, and sacrifice. As Snelman said, I lit living lamps in dark corners and refilled them with oil so they would shine better. Perhaps every society needs lamps to illuminate its own dark corners, and courageous gardeners to light those lamps. What do you think?